Hi and welcome to another game live chat video. And today's I don't intend on this one being a massively long video, but I wanted to just sort of talk about the latest news, rumours, whatever you want to call it, that the Nintendo Switch 2, which was scheduled for, well, rumoured anyway, that it was going to be a 2024 release. It now looks as if it is going to be a 2025 release. So there's been lots of news stories and reports that we were going to see a Nintendo Direct announcement either February or March with a possible release date of the Switch 2 for September or November. Apparently there are some penciled in dates in those months, but it now appears that that isn't the case. More recent and rumours are, I don't even know if it's a rumour or if it's been confirmed in some way, obviously not by Nintendo, but there are more than just Nintendo at work for bringing the Switch 2 around, so perhaps that source has come from somewhere else. But it looks like any dreams or any hopes that we're going to see the Nintendo Switch 2 in 2024, that's been pushed to, and it says 2025, but it's the 2024-2025 financial year, so that means that we're going to see it in the first quarter, which would then put it roughly around the same time as the original Switch, because the original Switch was released in March 2017. So if we see one in March 2025, that's going to be, well, it's going to tie in with their March release of the original Switch, and it still fits into the first quarter. So that's there we go. We could see the Switch 2 in 2025, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is because it means it gives Nintendo more time, it gives developers more time. They could launch with a great selection of launch titles, and well, it's a good thing for people like myself who has only really just got into the Switch itself. So it gives me more time of owning a current console, which doesn't happen very often. So, and it's still not a bad idea if you've not jumped into the Switch platform, just because the Switch is now entering 7-8 years of life. It doesn't mean you shouldn't buy one. I mean, it's a fantastic platform. It's very established. The game selection is superb. I cannot see the Switch 2 being an all-new console and leaving everybody else behind. So the Switch 2 is gonna, I'm gonna say it's gonna be backward compatible. I have no confirmation of that, but it would just be an absolute massive error on Nintendo's part not to. So that means that there's still going to be Switch games being developed, and even, well, just because the Switch 2 comes out, it doesn't stop people making Switch games. So you've got a good 2 or 3 years of current Switch games for the current platform. We are seeing that 2024 is a bit of a slow year for first-party Switch development, which is also another indication that they're trying to move some of their concentration onto the Switch 2. So we've had a few new games, but a lot of them have just been remakes or remasters, or in terms of Switch first-party development, that has really slowed down in the last 2 years, and 2024 doesn't seem to be a huge year for the Switch. But maybe this is the reason why. If we are looking at what we are now, February 2024, so a year and a bit before the next Switch console, the Switch 2, the Switch Pro, whatever you want to call it, Nintendo catch-up, I don't know. We just don't know where Nintendo's head at yet, but we should, in the next few months, start seeing some kind of official announcement. I don't think if the Switch is going to be, well, the Switch 2 is going to be a March release in 2025. I don't think Nintendo will announce anything just yet, but that's more than likely going to be announced later in the year, just so they can cram as much Nintendo Switch, current console Switch stuff, in before people start turning their attention to the Switch 2. So I said this before. I didn't think that a 2024 release was right, and then the other side of rumor mills and news stories started picking up, and then I thought, well, maybe at the end of 2024, but Nintendo don't seem to get in on that holiday season, Christmas rush. So perhaps just wait until the end and doing a March release, just like they did with the original Switch, makes sense. And that means we've got another year. I mean, Nintendo could turn everything around and throw an absolute curveball and push out a March 2024 release for the Switch 2. That is highly unlikely. And so we are looking, I think, at about a year before we have a release. March 2025 is going to be my latest prediction, based on a lot of new recent news coverage and possible quite reliable sources. So yeah, we've got about another year or so of the current Switch. Not a bad thing, but I don't think we're going to see a Switch 2 release in 2024. I mean, we just have had nothing confirmed at all. Nintendo, I don't even think they've confirmed that they're actually making a new console. I mean, obviously we know that they are, but there's been not even a small hint. I mean, I think we had just a little bit of just that there was something in one of the interviews that they said they had to be very careful and very thoughtful about next gen hardware. But that's it. That was about as much as they were going to give us. No confirmation, not even a yes, we are making a new console, but you'll have to wait and see. So Switch 2 released first quarter of 2025. That is going to be a March release. That is going to follow suit from the original Switch, and I think that's more likely. They're not going to announce it or confirm it and then release it straight away. That is not Nintendo. They want to build up the hype. The whole reason they haven't said anything about the Switch 2 is just to build up this whole hype and rumor mill, so it just gets to a point where they go, we've got to say something, because so many rumors and leaks are spot on that they have to confirm something. But there we go. First quarter 2025, Nintendo Switch 2. That's when we're going to see it. Link, like, subscribe, enjoy.